Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to discuss a topic that impacts every single person in this room, in this country, and across the world: money. It's something people think about every day: how to make it, save it, invest it, and for many, how to stop it from running out. But here's the thing: for all the hours spent worrying about money, most people never really learn how to master it. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Not just making more money, although we'll touch on that, but actually mastering the game of money. Because let's be honest, money isn't just about buying things. It's about freedom. It's about having the ability to make choices based on what you want, not what you have to do. It's about security, peace of mind, and most importantly, impact, the ability to give back, to contribute, and to create a better world. But here's the truth: most people don't play the game of money to win. They're not even playing to survive, they're being played by the game itself. They work hard, they save what's left after expenses, and they hope things will somehow work out in the future. Hope is not a strategy, my friends. If you want to win, you need to understand the rules of the game, and more importantly, how to use those rules to your advantage. The first thing we need to address isn't your income, your investments, or your expenses, it's your mindset. Because let me tell you, the biggest barrier to financial freedom isn't lack of money, it's the way you think about money. Most of us have grown up with beliefs that limit us. Maybe you've heard things like money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to be lucky to get rich, or people with money are greedy. Sound familiar? These beliefs shape how you handle money. They create invisible barriers that hold you back, even when you're working hard and doing everything you're told you're supposed to do. Here's the first shift you need to make: money is not the enemy. Money is neutral. It's a tool. It doesn't judge, it doesn't care who you are, and it doesn't make you a good or bad person. It simply amplifies who you already are. If you're kind, generous, and caring, having more money will allow you to give more, help more, and do more good. If you're greedy and self-centered, it will amplify that too. So let's stop blaming money for our problems and start using it as the tool it's meant to be. The second mindset shift is this: stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an investor. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, spending every dollar they earn on things they don't really need. Why? Because we're taught to consume. The economy thrives on it. But if you want to build real wealth, you need to flip that script. Every dollar you earn is a seed. You can spend it and enjoy it for a moment, or you can plant it and let it grow into something much bigger. From this moment on, I want you to see every dollar as an opportunity, not just to survive, but to thrive. Now, let's talk about the rules of the game. Because here's the thing: if you were playing a sport, basketball, tennis, chess, whatever, you wouldn't dream of stepping onto the court or sitting at the table without understanding the rules. Yet that's exactly what most people do with their finances. They work hard, they save when they can, and they hope it'll be enough. But hope is not a strategy. If you want to win, you need to know the rules. The first rule is simple: pay yourself first. This means before you pay your bills, before you spend a dime on anything, you set aside a percentage of your income for savings and investments. This isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. If you wait until the end of the month to see what's left, guess what? There's never anything left. But when you prioritize your financial future, something amazing happens. You find a way to make it work. Whether it's 5%, 10%, or 20% of your income, start where you are and build from there. The second rule is understanding the power of compounding. Compounding is one of the most powerful forces in the financial world. It's when your money earns money, and that money earns money too. Over time, this creates exponential growth. Let me give you an example. If you invest $200 a month starting at age 25, and it grows at an average annual rate of 8%, by the time you're 65, you'll have over $500,000. But if you wait until 35 to start, you'll have less than half that. And if you wait until 45, it's even less. The earlier you start, the more time compounding has to work its magic. The third rule is minimizing fees. This might not sound exciting, but it's critical. Most people don't realize how much they're losing to fees. A 1% fee might not seem like much, but over decades it can cost you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Always look for low-cost investment options like index funds or ETFs. They're simple, they're effective, and they keep more of your money working for you. Now that we've covered the rules, let's talk about the goal: financial freedom. What does that mean to you? For some people, it's about retiring early and traveling the world. For others, it's about starting a business, pursuing a passion, or simply living without financial stress. Whatever it is, the key is to define it. Because if you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you get there? Here's how to calculate your freedom number. Start by figuring out how much money you'd need each month to cover all your expenses and live the life you want. Multiply that number by 12 to get your annual figure, and then multiply that by 20. Because with a diversified portfolio, you can typically withdraw 5% per year without running out of money. For example, if your ideal life costs $5,000 a month, that's $60,000 a year. Multiply that by 20, and your freedom number is $1.2 million. It might sound like a big number, but when you break it down into monthly or yearly goals, it becomes much more achievable. But knowing your number isn't enough. You also need a strategy to protect yourself from the ups and downs of the market. Because here's the truth: markets go up and markets go down. It's not a matter of if, but when. The question is, will you be prepared? That's where diversification comes in. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, real estate, and even cash. This reduces your risk while increasing your chances of long-term growth. Even the best strategy in the world is useless without action. And this is where most people get stuck. They know what they need to do, but they don't do it. Why? Because they're waiting for the perfect time, or they're afraid of making a mistake. Let me tell you something: there's no such thing as the perfect time. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. So take that first step. Open that investment account. Automate your savings. Start small if you need to, but start. Consistency beats perfection every time. Finally, let's talk about something that might surprise you: giving. When you give, you create a mindset of abundance. It's not about how much you give, it's about the act itself. Whether it's money, time, or energy, giving reminds you that you already have more than enough. And here's the amazing thing: when you give, you get. Not just in terms of financial returns, but in fulfillment, purpose, and connection. Mastering the game of money isn't just about building wealth. It's about creating a life of freedom, impact, and meaning. It's about using money as a tool to make your dreams a reality, to help others, and to leave the world a little better than you found it. So my challenge to you is this: don't just listen to these words, act on them. Take control of your financial future. Start today. Because the sooner you take that first step, the sooner you'll be on the path to mastering money and creating the life you truly deserve.